When the world sits so quiet in the air, I breathe it in, hold it in for as long as I can. Amber lights are flashing in my eyes. Everywhere you go, they're there filling up the night. The fireflies of urban sky. I redirect all my senses to the perfection in this madness, the beauty of it all. I breathe it in, I breathe it out.
BuzzMoncton.com, welcome back. I'm Terry, and today we're talking with Courtney Smith, one of the up-and-coming artists here in the Metro Moncton area, and just released her first album. I think it's your first, isn't it?
It's my first.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Turn Left, 15 years ago.
That's it.
What happened 15 years ago that made you turn left? That's the first question I have to ask.
Or that I should have turned left 15 years ago.
As
maybe.
opposed to right, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an album about hesitation and like overthinking everything and not acting when you should, and I don't know. Yeah. It's about a lot of things, but that's kind of...
It's a very folk-driven album in the way that it's presented, and certainly in your songwriting and your style of singing, but it's also very modern. There's an indie edge to what you do. And so I'm thinking there must be influences on both sides that come out in this album that might have influenced you when you were younger. Yeah,
definitely. Folk music is like sort of the bread and butter of my musical taste, but I also really like pop music. I love modern pop music. Like Lady Gaga is one of my favorites out there. And so I'm kind of all over the place in my musical taste, so I think maybe that comes out in my music.
The album flows so well from one track to the next. As a listener, I don't get bored because it's interesting how one track ends the other one, and you think you have a handle on the album, and then all of a sudden, oh, there it comes. Like the last track has mandolins in it. And I think there might only be one or two tracks that actually have like a drum or a rhythm aspect to it. So your producer on the album is Ross Cole. Okay, was he a big part of the song layout?
No, not really. He was... gave me free rein, sort of. He wasn't invasive in any way about the album, so I chose the track order. It took me quite a while to kind of figure out, but it kind of worked out that all of my way older songs were at the end, and all of my newer songs were at the beginning, and so it was almost in reverse order of when they were written.
Right on.
So.
How much of a catalog did you have to choose from for this first album? You know?
Probably about 25 songs or so that I've completed, I'd say.
That's pretty typical too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you seem pretty happy with it. I think you should be. It's great. My favorite track on the album, by the way, is Butter Pillar.
Okay.
Okay, I have so much fun with that song title. I think it's great. And the song is wonderful. Can you shed some light on Butter Pillar? Where does that come from? It sounds like two words coming together. Oh, well, it is. It's butter and pillar. But it should be like butterfly or something.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of about being halfway in between two different states of being, I guess. Feeling like maybe one type of person, but also feeling like a different type of person.
Yeah.
So
butter.
I've always felt like conflicted in my own brain, so...
You seem like the type of songwriter that really needs, you have to sit down in your own space, maybe for a long period of time, to work these songs through.
Yeah, I don't have a method to writing at all. It's just some songs came, like Bitter Heart just was written in about 5 minutes, and then other songs, Butter Pillar was written probably over about 6 months or a year. Just kind of slowly and bit by bit. So they all kind of, I don't really have a particular style. It just kind of, some happen all at once and some over long periods of time.
Right. We talked how a couple of the tracks have kind of a rhythm aspect to it, and Marcus of East Coast Love Story is the person who does the drums on those tracks.
Yeah.
He's a bit of an oddball. We love Marcus. I think he's fantastic. What was it like to work with him? I get the feeling he must have taken all day.
No.
Love you, Marcus.
No, he didn't at all. He was incredible. He learned everything so quickly.
Yeah.
It was really impressive. Like
Really,
he went
yeah.
into the studio. I think he was sort of like, I haven't really listened to that yet, sort of thing. And he finished the track in like, I don't know, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
So
Well, all those guys are so fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You
Very talented.
I presume you've worked with them a fair bit.
a little bit, and getting to more and more. Dan Logan, the bassist, played on a couple of the tracks as well, and so Marcus and Dan have been playing with me.
Yeah.
A little bit practicing, working on some stuff for shows.
Yeah, well, and the sounds are so complimentary. It would be so great to see you guys like even touring together. Courtney, the opening act to the East Coast Love Story, and then maybe joining them for duets or something.
Yeah.
That type of a situation, because you really have something kind of going on there.
Thanks.
You ever think
it's
about
fun.
working with them to record anything? Maybe one day.
Like the whole band?
Yeah, do a couple of songs. Do a couple of tracks with them.
Yeah, maybe.
Or have them play on your
Zach and I
material?
have talked about writing some duets or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it just seems like your styles would certainly mesh together so well. It'd be kind of cool to hear you guys together. This is just from a person who's, an oddball listener who kind of picks up on these types of things, but it would be great. So, Courtney, all the best to you and much success on this debut album. From what I'm hearing, there's something you're already kind of looking forward to your next project. You're already focused on that.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Yeah.
Playing with some new instruments and different sounds, kind of moving a little bit away from folk and into more experimental stuff, playing piano a little bit more and just developing more of a quirky sound, I guess.
So much success to you, Courtney. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Thank you.
And BuzzMoncton.com wishes you the very best. We can't wait for that other project, by the way. Hopefully you'll keep us in the loop and let us know where you're playing around town so we can add it to our listings, right?
For sure.
So, BuzzMoncton.com, come back often, check out our videos, go to our archives page. You'll find all kinds of really cool stuff there, and of course on Buzz TV as well. We'll see you again down the road. Right on. East Coast Love Story and Courtney Smith. Or Courtney Smith and not East Coast Love Story.
Everything cycles, everything moves. Every line is just a circle, and it's always beginning and it's new. But I redirect all my senses to the perfection in this madness, the beauty of it all. I breathe it in, I breathe it out. I eat all the words that I am fed. I speak this language I don't quite get. I just make it up as I go. But all my senses fall in line around truth, and all you need to see is